March is the end of winter. At the beginning of spring, it's the awakening of nature in the garden. March is the big time. Sow tomatoes with marigolds or tagetes. Sow impatiens, begonias, salvias and ageratum. In a warm place, cut geraniums, fuchsias and pelargoniums. Transplant lettuces in frost-free areas. For those of you who have repossessed a heated veranda or a warm greenhouse, it's time to take cuttings from geraniums, fuchsias, pelargoniums, all those plants that we stored away nice and warm this winter. In a cold greenhouse, frost-free, or why not on a bed, it's the perfect time to transplant lettuces. The lettuces you sowed in January or even February, it's the big moment for sowing radishes, cabbages, leeks, and finally, all those plants that you will be planting starting in April. But in your garden, in the fall, on your balcony, if you haven't planted your biennials, know that it's not too late. To plant your pansies, forget-me-nots, daisies and wallflowers, and then all the perennial plants that by definition do not freeze, like aromatic plants. Prune early, prune late, nothing beats the pruning in March. In March, it's the big time for pruning your trees, especially fruit trees like apple and pear trees. It's also the time when we remove the mistletoe. And then, if you want to keep your trees healthy, it's also the time when we whiten the trunks. For jam lovers, March is the time to plant strawberries. Ever-bearing strawberries that will start producing this summer. You can place them on mulch blacktops to prevent weeding, to attract beneficial insects to our garden, to the vegetable patch, to the orchard especially. Sow wildflowers like poppies, ignatia and lavateras. All these plants will attract butterflies and bees that will come to pollinate our flowers so we can have even more fruits. The shrubs that are pruned now are the summer flowering shrubs, like roses, buddleias, the famous butterfly bushes, altheas and hibiscus. These are trees and shrubs that bloom on the wood of the year. As for the shrubs that bloom in spring, like forsythia, we'll wait until they finish flowering before pruning them. There are several planting seasons. Deciduous trees and shrubs, like fruit trees, are planted during the winter period when they have no leaves on their branches. On the other hand, regarding evergreen foliage like azaleas, camellias, choiceas, and aucubas, these are shrubs that are planted when the soil starts to warm up. If nature is waking up now, the slugs, snails and loaches are also ready to devour your first seedlings, and for that you'll need to get rid of them right away. Use beer traps so the slugs can drown inside. Granules made from ferramol or just a board that you place on top. During the day, slugs come to shelter from the heat and you just need to pick them up to get rid of them. And to stay in shape, we're going to go on the lawn. It's the big time for the first mowings. And then we're also going to reshape the middle of our flower bed. For that, we're going to use a garden hose. With a nice cut, you'll spend less time on your lawn like this. Your lawn is taking shape and you will keep your shape too.